Hey everybody, it's about time we talked about my Nintendo handheld history. Now, I was a child of the 90s, not the 90s. I was literally born in 1990. So I'm squarely in that demographic of people who grew up with Nintendo handhelds. My first Nintendo handheld was the Game Boy Pocket. Now, this Game Boy Pocket was not my original Game Boy Pocket from my childhood. It was a replacement that I got much later on, along with this copy of the original Game Boy Tetris. And my sister had the original gray brick Game Boy. And in general, each time a generation of handheld came out, my sister would have one and I would have another. That continued well into the Game Boy Color era. So I have the teal Game Boy Color. My sister had the pink one. I had Pokemon Silver. She had Pokemon Gold. And this one also currently has a copy of Tetris in it. So there's a little bit of a theme there. And this one was also not my original Game Boy Color from my childhood. This is one that I picked up at PAX West in 2023. And my original Game Boy Color from my childhood, I had the sticker on the back here. I had peeled that off of my original Game Boy, and then I had put like a blank label on there and drew like a picture of myself slaying a dragon in stick figure form, and I wrote Kyle level 100. And I think that got sold in a tag sale because at the time we had moved on to the Game Boy Advance. I had the white Game Boy Advance with the official Game Boy adapter piece, and my sister had the special edition Platinum one, which I was kind of jealous of, to be honest. But I don't remember what happened to my original Game Boy Advance, if it got broken or somebody took it or it got sold or what have you. But we did have the Game Boy Advance SP. Now, again, if you've been following my story, this is not my original SP from my childhood. I originally had the Onyx SP, and I had let somebody borrow it, and when I came back from where I was at the time to get that back from them, they had lost that Game Boy Advance on me. So this one I had actually traded in a later system towards getting this Game Boy Advance SP. From there, we moved on to the DS family of systems. My sister had the black DS Lite. I wanted one at the time as well, so I made an arrangement with my mom that if she picked me up the DS Lite, that I would pay her back for it. Now, I don't remember if the DS Lite I had was part of the Brain H2 bundle because I do have Brain H2 for the DS, but I don't have the carrying case that came with the bundle. So either I had the bundle and I lost the carrying case, or I just never had the bundle to begin with. From there, I traded that DS Lite in towards my black Nintendo DSi. And from the DSi, I then traded that in towards my Nintendo 3DS XL. I had the Cobalt Blue 3DS XL, but unfortunately the clamshell hinge broke on it, and it ended up doing one of these numbers like one of those director boards. And that brings me to the last member of the DS family, which is the new 3DS XL, and this is the Galaxy Purple Edition. This one is still in very good condition. It works very well, and it has served me well for the past few years, especially that I've started going to gaming conventions and whatnot for getting those good street passes. And even though the 3DS network is no more, street passes still work locally, so I will continue to be bringing my 3DS XL with me to gaming conventions if and when I do go. So now we move on to the Switch era. So back when the Switch came out, I had gotten the Nintendo Switch with the gray Joy-Cons, and about a couple of years ago, when my company got sold, I ended up using some of my bonus money from that time to upgrade to the OLED. So I got the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Joy-Cons there. Got those on the back. And because I picked up this OLED Switch, I was able to gift my original Switch to my sister for Christmas that year. And she eventually traded out her gray Joy-Cons for Joy-Cons of another color, just because drift issues. And that's my question for you today, viewers, is what Nintendo handhelds did you have? Leave your answers in the comment section below. And as always, you can follow me on X or Twitch at Kyle of All Time. And until next time, good luck and have fun.